My name is Sam Franzy and I want to be a presenter on Australian Top Gear. Last weekend I gathered all of my formidable resources, overcame a hangover and scraped together an ill-conceived shambles, otherwise known as a plan.
So the plan is?
We don't have a crew or an editing suite.
So we just submit a picture of the car.
Yeah, a picture of the car and me standing on it.
And then get them to mix it up in exciting ways.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that.
So do that.
I thought it would be easy enough to borrow a car and be filmed testing it, but once I mentioned what I was up to, every car in the world suddenly became unavailable. Undaunted, I made the brave decision to use my own car. I enlisted the most competent mate I could find, borrowed his video camera, and set out to find a great location with heaps of long straight roads, stoby poles, and other industrial stuff in the background. On paper it seemed like a laugh. I love cars and I love mucking around. I'd make a perfect Top Gear host. How hard could it be?
That's what it's a miracle! Brain.
Well, as it turned out, very. I figured it was best to start out on a high note.
Today we will be reviewing the pinnacle of urban motoring, the Honda Civic. 1984.
The first thing you noticed about the Civic was the first thing that everybody said when they saw it.
It's tiny.
Nice.
And being an older car, it did have the odd idiosyncrasy.
I think if we opened up everything in the car, it'd just be detrimental to our chances.
Okay.
And you'd read it, wow, what a fantastic personality. Ooh. Put that on the maybe pile.
So back door does not open. Okay.
The 5-speed 84 Civic was not specially designed for Australian conditions, and the brake lights came pre-melted.
So the car's lights weren't just built for art,
But also to house local Australian flora and fauna.
however, I had seriously considered the advantages of its closest rivals.
Yeah, those are the new Civics.
Yeah, right.
The new Civics.
Okay.
Airbags and crumple zones.
Good brakes and clutch that works.
But the 84 Civic had much to set it apart from other cars of its era. Its go-kart-like proportions made it fun to drive, easy to see out of.
And I don't know of any Australian sedans, full-size family wagons that allows you to straighten your legs completely in the front seat. The back seat, while it did exist and could sit two people in comfort, wasn't exactly romantic in proportion. Which is why most Australian buyers stuck to the front. The Honda Civic is at its heart an urban car. It was designed with function rather than form in mind. The styling left a lot to be desired. The stripe looked better in the 80s, and even then it was kind of embarrassing. The flat arse looked better on the CRX, and even then it was kind of like an amputee hamster. But there is something to love about the Honda Civic, even though it drank its 40-litre tank dry in under 300 k's. And I'll show you why.
It wasn't the interior, with its blue vinyl pre-microchip styling, or the exterior, with its macho mole rat good looks. And on such a thirsty vehicle, there could only be one aspect that made such a small car desirable.
It was definitely light enough to push.
The turning circle was excellent, probably the Civic's best feature, enough to keep young minds entertained for hours. And for a front-wheel drive car with power steering that depended on how many push-ups you could do, parallel parking was surprisingly easy, even if your bored cameraman had moved the goalposts. So at the end of the day, I realised that my role as an Australian Top Gear host was a lot like my little Honda Civic. Not exactly the highest quality,
I need a script.
but guaranteed to be a lot of fun.
Stretch it, stretch it.